Hello everyone, welcome back to Trader in the Making. Today we're going to review how we traded, how we closed for the day, and I'm going to share with you my execution, the logic behind it, what what we were looking for price when we entered. Okay, so let's get into it. So, like I said in the review that I did yesterday for the execution for yesterday, Tuesday, if you haven't seen that video, you can go back to it. You can watch it in the channel. We just made it yesterday. We talked about how Tuesday's candle traded and the execution that we did based on that. All right. So we're gonna do the same for Wednesday. And if you go back to that video, we talked about these levels. We talked about the fact that as long as we are staying above this daily busy, then I am still looking for higher prices that takes us into this level, these relative equal highs right here. There's a cluster of liquidity that are resting here. And I was expecting that CPI is going to take us to that high. So didn't happen today, but that level is still intact for Thursday. All right, we'll see how Thursday will trade because this does not look like bearishness to me. I would only expect bearishness, all right, like long term, if we break below this level. All right, so for me, this level is significant. We have been trading above it, all right, on the daily chart, really since Wednesday, last week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, then Monday, then Tuesday, then Wednesday, all right? So we have been trading for 8 days around that level. Not really, but 6 days, I want to say 6 days if you remove the weekends. And I was expecting, like I said, CPI to trade to this level. And this is going to be like the execution that I'm going to walk you over is going to show you how you should never be rigid in your expectation. And this is something that we talked about in the series that we made, building a trading system. One of the first videos in the channel is how to build context. And we said one of the approaches that we use is that we build certain expectations in our mind, certain scenarios. All right. We don't expect them to happen for sure, but we come prepare, right? Having those expectations of what the market can or cannot do. All right. And we wait for the market to either confirm or invalidate those expectations. And well, Wednesday was such a day, right? I was expecting more volatility since it's CPI day, but we pretty much consolidated, right? As we have been doing since Wednesday, we've been just consolidating around this level, and this is the day. This is the dealing range that we have been trading inside of. All right, so Thursday's low and Monday's high. We have been trading inside that range. All right, and we have been really like concentrated in the midpoint of that range. All right. So let's drop to the 1 minute and I can show you more details about this. So you can see that we have traded higher overnight after coming down and taking this low right here, which was formed on Friday, 10:15. So we take this low and we rallied from that point overnight. And I was expecting that CPI would like take us to that level, all right? And think about it. So this is what I was thinking, because I've traded short. Even the expectation yesterday was bullish, was still bullish, and that expectation didn't change as long as we hold above that daily busy. Then I'm still expecting higher prices. But if we break that level, then we update our expectations. So we always um, update what we're looking for based on the evolving information that the market gives us, right? We are not rigid in our expectations. So So what I was thinking, we rallied higher overnight. We come on CPI was right here, this candle right here. Okay, we take Monday's high right here, and we take Monday's high right here, and we close below it. If I show you the 1 hour chart, that would be more visible to you. You can see that we traded to Monday, and we're not able to close above Monday's high. All right. So my expectation is, since it's CPI, I'm expecting that the volatility would take us to Monday, would take us to this new week opening gap that we formed on July 10, right? And if I'm really gonna trust going long, then what I'm expecting is that this candle right here, the hourly candle, to close above Monday's high, and that would take us to Wednesday's high and to those relative equal highs that we have been forming, right? Right, which is this line right here. But since on CPI, which is a high volatility window, barely, right, had the strength to take Monday's high, and we closed the candle like this, then my bias have shifted for today. Short term, we're on long term, we're still favoring higher prices, but I'm talking for this particular day, we take Monday's high, okay? And on top of that, look at this level right here. This is an hourly CB. Let me just highlight it for you. So I'm kind of like walking you over how I was thinking, all right, when I executed that trade, all right. So we take Monday's high and look at this hourly CB right here. Look at how we traded above it. You can see that this candle at 8 o'clock traded to this CB, closed below it. This candle right here traded to Monday's high, wicked to it, and came back and closed below it. This candle right here did the same. And then at 1 o'clock, we came all the way back to that CB, and again, we closed below it like this. All right. So this does not look like bullishness to me. That's what I'm saying, right? If I was gonna trade long, then I'm expecting that on CPI we take this high, we close above it, we close above this 1 hour CB. That would take us into Wednesday and these relative equal. We could still do that on Thursday. We'll see, right? But based on Wednesday's price action, right? Like I'm still gonna really like have a 50-50% expectation of trading higher or lower, right? But for Wednesday, we didn't really do much. Okay, we just like kept chopping around here. And then something that I taught in this channel, when the AM session and the PM session is we're just consolidating, we do nothing, then you can expect in the last hour of trading, which is a macro, it's a market on close or the power hour, as a lot of traders call it, then you can expect some movement, around this time window, right? We talked about it in a trade that we did on Friday. You can go back and see it, all right? And we're talking about it here on Wednesday, and the trade was based on that, right? So if I'm gonna trade short, then I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna chase price right here, because I know if we're gonna trade lower, we must trade higher first. So we come to this low, we take this low right here, and then we return back into that 1 hour CB, and look that This is a very sensitive level. We're not able to close above it. So that's the idea behind the short. So let me show you the executions. Let's drop down. And there you go. So we entered short here. The stop loss just outside of that CB right here, above this high. And the target is this low right here. Okay. This low, right? So that's the initial target, but since it's the last hour of trading, then I don't have really big expectations. I believe we could still come back to this wick. We'll see how we trade overnight, right? We still could come back to this level. We'll see that. But since it's like the last hour of trading, then my expectation is really short term. So it was this low right here. The entry was here. Stop loss was here. And well, you can see that the exit happened at 3:55. So that is like really like the very last few minutes before the close of regular trading hours. So you can see that the close was here, exactly around the closing price of this candle. And then as we close, price rallied back all the way to this level. So I'm not going to hold through this, especially that it's the, well, the end of regular trading hours. So you don't know what the market is could do. Could just like come back in the middle of the range and consolidate there. So the exit was here. And then we ended the day below this low, right? In that last hour of electronic trading from 4 to 5, right? So that's the trade. This is a time window that we teach, right? Market on close, and it starts around 2:30 to 3 o'clock. You can see that between really like 2:30 to 2:50. And we have two things here that go back to the video that I made, what really makes market move, and go back to the section where I talked about time. I covered all the macros, macro times and time windows. And I said that the macro starts between like 30 minutes to 10 after the hour, right? And you can see like more specifically, more movement around that 50 time, right? You can see, for example, this drop right here happened around that 50 minute, that last 10 minutes before the hourly close. Okay. So between that 30 to 50 to 10 minutes past the hour, right, you start to see more movement around this time. Go back and back test it. Don't take my word for it, right? So we have that macro, which is 250, right? And that's where we start dropping. And then we continued that move in this time window, which is market on close at 3 o'clock right here. Okay, so we have been dropping since then. This is a 100-point move. It's a really good move, right? I mean, 100 points, you can make all the money, you know, in that in that amount of points, right? You can even make a lot of money trading less than that, right? So it's a really good move. It's a really good drop, all right? And again, as a rule of thumb, when we don't do much in the AM and PM session, then you can expect a little bit of movement in that last hour of trading, okay? Go back and test how many times it happens. Anything that I say, don't take my word for it. If it is really true, then when you go to the chart and back test it, all right, the data will tell you. If it is false, you'll see it in the chart. If it is true, you will see it in the chart. Go back, back test this market on close, power hour, last hour of trading, all right, and see how many times you have really good runs around this time, and let me know what you find in the comments. So that's pretty much it for today. Hope you find this helpful. Again, support this channel so that it can grow. Share, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you back in another one. Take care.